Guatemala is a land of contrasts. Rugged, mountainous terrain boasts 27 active and dormant volcanoes. Dense, mysterious jungles and rainforests are home to exotic species of birds, flora, and fauna. Guatemala, the land of eternal spring. Half the country's population has retained their language and culture despite a long-standing history of repression and injustice. With the highest gross domestic product in Central America, Guatemala is one of the most unequal countries in the world. Poor rural families struggle to improve their financial situation, and this is even more severe and pervasive in indigenous and rural communities where 4 out of 5 people are poor. Bearhorst Partners for Development, founded in 1967, recently changed its name to ALDEA, which means village in Spanish. The name expresses the heart of our work, advancing local development through empowerment and action in our partner communities. ALDEA supports dynamic, locally led processes of empowerment and development that enable Mayan communities to lift themselves out of poverty. We work in Chimaltenango, where nearly 80% of the population is indigenous Cachiquel and more than 60% lives in extreme poverty. Since the 1960s, ALDEA has been engaged in grassroots development initiatives. Our founder, Dr. Carol Bearhorst, affectionately known to all as Doc, was inspired by Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu's teachings. Go to the people, live with them, learn from them, love them. Start with what they know. Build with what they have. When the work is done, the task is accomplished, the people will say, we did it ourselves. Today, ALDEA collaborates with Cachiquel villagers as they organize themselves, identify the resources, and support their need to solve problems locally. If we empower villagers to solve their water and sanitation problems today, they will develop the know-how to better address other development problems more independently in the future. Guatemala has the 3rd highest rate of childhood malnutrition in the world and the highest in Latin America and the Caribbean. Nearly 3 out of 4 children in the villages where we work are chronically malnourished. We must focus on the initial 1,000 days. This short window begins when the child is still in the womb and continues for the first 2 years of life. During this period of time, we can intervene to reverse the harm caused by malnutrition and help children make up the difference in their growth and development. ALDEA's goal is to help Cachiquel villages reduce malnutrition.
Para lograr disminuir la desnutrición crónica, tenemos una serie de componentes que trabajamos a la vez en las comunidades. Educación nutricional con las madres de familia, agricultura para producir alimentos y que se puedan utilizar por parte de estas familias, planificación familiar para que las parejas puedan decidir cuántos hijos tener, empoderamiento comunitario para tener líderes, sobre todo mujeres y jóvenes que puedan llevar a su comunidad un desarrollo sostenible en el futuro, agua y saneamiento para mejorar las condiciones de higiene y salud.
We engage with local communities. We evaluate every community individually, helping local leaders define their needs. The village, the local government, and ALDEA sign a partnership agreement that describes our respective commitments.
No hay dinero como hacíamos nosotros, pero a Dios gracias sí llegó esta institución, sí nos dio la mano para llegarnos a nuestros hogares. Hace 20 años le habían soñado de que sí, algún día van a llegar chorros en nuestras casas, pero a Dios gracias ahorita sí ya tenemos chorros.
The scientific evidence is clear. The best way to prevent chronic malnutrition in children is to focus on the first 1,000 days.
Orientar a las madres desde el embarazo, lactancia materna exclusiva y la preparación de recetas nutritivas.
ALDEA works with each community to design the most appropriate water and sanitation solutions for them. This includes providing potable running water that is chlorinated or appropriately filtered, installing gray water filters in vented latrines, building improved stoves that vent smoke to the outside and use less firewood.
Nasi cuci ya rakun kenia karakon ma kontan mama rakwasha karisuk nuna. Isi cuci nak lasuk mama utstana ya perwala kwana na ukudes lakiwa. Pechikin anjere thana ni tunyor si kumpene kamat kilanka. Tan sikani nak tripe kakak usaba chikisona okasha takte. Disi ngala kusub ita chere khapure. Ya kat kumala la si una bata ni nak karasho te por comentar magun chimatista. Le sacan ya kat uma.
Con 3 blocks pusimos nuestra olla y cuando podemos tortear echamos nuestro comal y como costaba, pero ahorita ya no. Los patojos se enfermaron por tos y como duelen nuestros ojos porque como mucho humo se arde mucho.
We help communities ensure a stable supply of nutritious crops by improving grain storage and post-harvest management of crops to reduce losses. We also have introduced goats into communities to increase the availability of animal protein. ALDEA strives to mobilize the entire community to address health issues, including the empowerment of women and youth to participate more fully in the local development process. Adequate birth spacing has a positive impact on nutrition and child development, and choosing when to have children and how many children to have is a fundamental right.
Se les hablan de diferentes tipos de métodos, de la maternidad y paternidad responsable.
Cuando yo empecé de promotores, tenían como unos 5 o 6, pero ahorita están bajando de niños.
We continuously monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of our program.
Si hay algo que haya que ver y mejorar, entonces se está monitoreando frecuentemente. Pero de los generales son cada 6 meses.
We sow the seeds of long-term sustainable local development. The new knowledge and skills that community members acquire allow them to tackle additional challenges more independently in the future. ALDEA depends on the support of generous individuals. Your gift will help give a generation of Mayan children the healthy futures they deserve. Go online and make a cash donation. You can also join an ALDEA tour or participate in an ALDEA fundraising event in your local area.